All right, I got a video for you on getting stuff done. This came from a conversation with a colleague who was like, I need to tend to my QuickBooks or my bookkeeping or whatever, right? And like when I look at that task and then I see the television over there or I see a friend talk on the phone with, I pick TV or friend every time, right? I'm not choosing to do this task of bookkeeping, which um, I think is pretty broad, vague. Tidy your books. Like, I think it's important to do, but I think that task is not clear. And I think right now, my I'm traveling with my partner, and she's got her loom and all of her yarn. And when we're placed long enough, she'll put out the yarn in like this beautiful rainbow ombre. And then when she goes to make a piece, she'll grab, 3 to 5 colors, and it's like that's the color profile. And then she makes the piece, and she makes the piece pretty quickly, which is like amazing. But when we're in between places, all the yarn goes in a trash can, a trash bag, right? And I actually was like, you could almost mistake it for trash. And when you like see that black plastic bag, you might even grab it when you're going to the trash, if you're not careful, if you don't know what's inside. And I think it's the same thing with these big projects. Without knowing what they entail or giving ourselves a time horizon or clarity of like what done actually looks like, it looks like a black trash bag, and we're going to choose a friend or TV or like that certainty every single time. And it's only the when we like put it in the process of a beautiful ombre organized structure that we can then pick out what needs to be done and do it. And I think a lot of times this is where the 3 pitfalls come in, right? So, urgency, comparison, and the illusion of independence can like really play out here, right? Like we can look, well, I should have had this done a week ago or a year ago. And it's like, well, that's not helping, but it will come in again and again and tell you how late you are, how behind you are. And so just take note of that and potentially readjust your time horizon, because it's not helping and it's not going to help. Um, which brings up like a different subject of procrastination, but we're going to talk about that in another video. Then we've got comparison, right? So if you're looking at other people and you're like, they have it all figured out, they don't even, whatever they have that's like so good in how they do their bookkeeping or business or whatever. If you find yourself experiencing a lot of comparison, I really invite you to observe that, because you have no idea what is going behind the scenes. You have no idea what they've done to get to that place or what they're facing that you can't even see. So just remember that. And the illusion of independence, right? Like this idea, I have to do this myself. I really want to break this one down, because if you're like, I have to do my bookkeeping all by myself, to like take a breath with that, because it can be really powerful to bring others in, whether that's friends, experts, or just any sort of support of talking to a CPA, resolving that one question that you've had, to really unlock something that will allow you to create the project, the time frame, the time horizon for you, so that you can break it down into small, sweet steps. And for example, like if you're like, okay, I'm going to categorize the month of January, or I'm going to categorize 3 expenses, or I'm going to connect my bank to QuickBooks, like whatever it is, when you break it down into a small, sweet step, when you compare that to watching TV, it's easier to pick the step if it's clear, if it's doable, if it's, simple, right? Like under 5 minutes even. That's okay. That's a great way to get started. If you end up spending more time, great. But it's the only starting point, because something like organizing your finances is such a daunting task, especially if you haven't done it in a long time, that it's too big to put on your to-do list, and you have to break it down into small, sweet steps so that you can do it and feel good about it, and then do it again. And then go and watch TV or do whatever feels like celebration for this sweet practice and pattern that you've put into place. And then put that pattern in other places, and know when you're doing stuff and know when you're not doing stuff. All right, I'd love to hear what you think. Talk to you soon.